Hey Darv, Savanna Chesney here with FutureGen Marketing. First, I just want to say thanks for giving me a chance to send you over this audit, and I thought I'd take it one step further and give you 3 tips and tricks so you could beat your competition online. Now, I know you explained to me that you guys aren't selling online, but it's very important to have a web presence. There's a study that says that about 90% of consumers will check you out online before they actually come into the store. So, without further ado, I'd like to go over 3 tips and tricks to beat your competition online. So the first thing we're going to talk about is content. Content is king. Google wants to see enough content on your website to kind of prove that you're authoritative and that all the content is relative to your niche. Now, content is everything, including the words and the pictures on your website. Now, one quick thing here is when I save one of your pictures, it shows me that it's in at PLSSH, and it's showing me here that your website's not search engine optimized. You want to take one of these pictures here, and all of the pictures here actually, and you have an opportunity to save them as keywords that will get you ranked on Google. So any picture on your website, you want to take it and you want to save it. Another thing is that these pictures are very large. When I went ahead and I looked at the mobile compatibility and then also how fast your web page loads, it's actually pretty slow, and that's going to affect how often you come up on the Google search as well. It's been proven that if your website is not mobile optimized, the people aren't going to convert to customers because they're not going to even stay on your page to check out the things that you have for sale. So that's one thing, or that's actually a couple things. Now the next thing that I want to talk to you about is the words on your page. Now we see you have about 1,200 words on your page, which actually isn't that bad. Google actually wants you to have about 2,000 words on your page. But 1,200 is much better than your number one competitor here, who only has about 522 words on their page. The thing is you need to have relevant and engaging content to appear authoritative and to be trusted by Google. Now the next thing here we're going to talk about is backlinks. Now I bring you over here to Ahrefs. Ahrefs is a tool that I pay a couple $1,000s a year for, so I can do these website audits, and basically I can show you what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and also what your competitors are doing right and wrong, and we can go and basically figure out what they're doing right, and we can do it too. So I know this looks a little confusing, but just hang in there with me for a second. It's actually quite easy. Think of being on the internet as one big popularity contest. Links being your votes. And then here, this score is basically just how trusted and powerful Google sees you based on those people or websites linking back or voting for your website. So we can see here you're found for 124 keywords, which is bringing you about 15 people, and you got a traffic value of about $15. Now when we come over here to your number one competitor, we can see that they have a very low trust and power score as well. You're actually not very far behind them at all. In fact, you're beating them in their trust. But you can see here that they have 1.3 thousand keywords they're being found for, which is bringing them 187 traffic, which is bringing them a traffic value of 203. Now, this is your number one competitor, and they are actually in Vincennes. I'm not sure how to say that. I hope I didn't completely butcher it. But basically, the thing is about this is that you don't come up here when we look up Furniture Store Vincennes. Now you do when we look up Washington, but the thing is, only 25 minutes away, you could be taking all of the customers from this area as well. Now, this brings me to the next thing we're going to talk about, which is citations. Citations are going to help you to stay at the top of this Google Map pack, both in Washington, and we can get you ranked here for Vincennes. We come over here and we look at your citations, and you have about 25 citations. Citations are basically anywhere where your name, address, and phone number comes up across the directories in the web, on the web, places like Facebook, Bing, Yelp, and the Yellow Pages. We see here that you have about 25 citations out of 103 opportunities, so you have about 20% of your competitors' citations. If you use somebody like me, I could actually get you about 350 opportunities. The thing is, though, 25 citations is not too bad. In fact, that's pretty average. But the thing is that 34% of them are inaccurate. The thing is they need to match exactly what Google has for you. Unfortunately, Google actually has something much different 34% of the time than what you have listed across these websites. So if we come down here, we see that unfortunately there's certain places that just don't have the correct information for you. We see here that someone actually has your phone number, but it says it's Mitchell Barber Farms. So, and then we see here it's interior furniture and appliance gallery, but it doesn't have LLC. So the thing is unless it matches exactly, then it's not. It counts as it being inaccurate, and it actually hurts you more than it helps you. The way that you would fix this is you would go to each individual website and you would update your listings, or that's where someone like me comes in and you can actually have that done for you. Now, like I said, there's many ways that you can actually get to the top here at Google. When we come over here to your competitor's website and we look at the keywords that he ranks for, we can actually see that it would be quite easy to get you these keywords as well. Best Buy, obviously, are people who already know about him. But if we look at the keywords with the most volume, we can see that we can actually bring some of this traffic to your web page as well. If we rank you to the top position for some of these keywords, we'll be able to get you a large percentage of these volumes. I've literally seen companies triple or even quadruple their traffic and their conversion to sales just by ranking for the right keywords. And again, come back over here to your website and it's actually quite beautiful. I would make some changes, but not very many. I think this is a beautiful website and there's a lot that could still be done with it, but it's still aesthetically pleasing and I'm sure it converts very well. We can see that you serve Evansville, Effingham, Fairfield, Jacksonville, all of these places. We could get you ranked to the very top. If we rank you to the very top for all of these areas, you would bring in a lot more customers. Now, again, like I said to you before, and like I'll say again, no matter how beautiful your website is, if Google does not recognize it, then no one will see it. We want to get you seen by a lot more customers. You serve a very large area, and I know that it would be extremely easy to get you ranked for these areas. Right now, you're only ranked for Washington, Indiana, And honestly, the volume for Washington is pretty low. So if you want to increase the sales that you get from people discovering you on the internet, then we need to get you SEO optimized. Now, this video's gone a little bit longer than I planned it to, so I apologize. I just want to thank you from FutureGen Marketing. And I want to say that if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to hit me up on Facebook, or you can email me back at the email I just sent you. I hope you had a wonderful weekend and you have a great week ahead of you. Thanks, and have a great day.